Rare Republican Governor W.
Like we invented zoning, and zoning came during the Industrial Revolution when there was a lot of like air pollution, other things. Say, hey, we're going to have the factories here and the people here, and we got to keep them separate. And then we went even further and said, well, here's the kind of homes that can be, and retail's there. And we just, it was a one-dimensional map, and you draw it out and say, everyone, all these four things have got to be separate. And yes, that was great for it. That was great for people that built roads, and it was great for the car companies. And then we built a city that's designed, we built cities all over America that are designed for automobiles and not designed for people. And then if you take
Andrew Jackson's skull shape, Thana, I was just thinking that this guy has the skull shape of like founding father material, this man looks like he's out of history. That's remarkable. I know Andrew Jackson was the founding father. I just mean like, old-timey guy.
Take a look at your cost. Anybody that's been a mayor, like Spencer's been, the cost of running a city is the linear feet of everything. It's the linear feet of sewer and water and sidewalk and roads. And then when you get more of that, you need to have more fire stations. Low income. If you have a neighborhood that's all houses, if you want to have a coffee shop that looks like a house, you should be able to have a coffee shop. Because then people say, hey, I leave my starter home, I want to move to a new home, it's got to have 3-car garage. Why does it have 3-car garage? Because the mom, the dad, and the kids all got a car to be able to drive to school, drive to church, drive to a restaurant, drive to a grocery store. Of course you know that because you can't walk to anything.
It actually, in a weird way, it kind of makes sense that the governor of North Dakota would be saying this, because I imagine he is, as a governor, constantly burdened with the logistical difficulties of funding the construction and maintenance of infrastructure across a state of that size when the population of North Dakota is like 5. Seriously, it's less than 1 million people. So here's a 2010 population map where you can see that North Dakota is a couple of small cities that are economically productive, and then gigantic voids over which roads are built and maintained at great taxpayer expense, a lot of which are just not necessary. These like suburban outskirts, So like, if anything, he would know this better than anyone, because his entire state is a testament to the economic inefficiency of distributed zoning.
And then people will, they'll go on vacation and they'll say, wow, that was the most amazing vacation I ever had. Why? Well, because we went to some place where we could walk and everything was right there. Well, you can actually have that in our own states. You just have to design it. We haven't sent, there's places in Northern Europe that have snow where people bike all winter long. You can't find a place like that in the US because we don't put the investment into building the infrastructure for multimodal transportation. So I think one of the things that we...
Los Angeles is 3.8 million for comparison. Los Angeles is probably more like 10 million because everyone thinks of LA County. Los Angeles is a gigantic bloated city that stretches out past the actual boundaries of Los Angeles. The broader metropolitan area is in the ballpark of 10 million, like 12 times the population of North Dakota.
We have to look at as a country. Our housing costs are high in part because of the way that we've designed our cities. And I think there's again, this check out form-based code. There's some really interesting things that are there. And you guys talked about at the beginning, the granny flats and other stuff, but part of it is we've got to get the coffee shop, the barber shop, and law firms back into residential neighborhoods in ways that can help lower the cost and create services where you don't need a car for everything.
Yeah, get this guy on Not Just Bikes, Have him appear as a guest. The Not Just Bikes just released a video today featuring Tirzu, right? So walkability is the most ideologically bipartisan issue. Yeah, it really is. It's so funny too, because there's been such an effort from the right wing to protest 15-minute cities as some kind of dystopian whatever. Like then they'll all go vacation in Europe in cities that are 15-minute cities, or they'll drive downtown to areas that are walkable, or, they clearly like that stuff. Tell that to Musk fans. Oh, I can. Thankfully, it seems like the Cybertruck can go about 15 minutes before it dies, and you get stranded without it. So they need it too. Isn't North Dakota like that because of the mountains? Well, yeah, it's a hilly area, sure, but they could build a lot more, the mountainous terrain. They definitely could build out more than they have. I feel like Musk fans are a rapidly dying breed. Yeah, I don't think there are that many Musk fans anymore. There are conservatives and crypto grifters who cynically pretend to like Elon Musk as part of a strategy to market themselves as like, you know, to hitch themselves to the ship, so to speak. But in terms of like the original fan base of Elon Musk wasn't conservatives and crypto grifters. It was like nerdy tech Silicon Valley guys. And those people hate Musk now because a lot of those people are liberal. North Dakota is part of Tornado Alley. It's known for being really flat. Isn't there a portion of North Dakota that's like really, really mountainous? Or am I mixing it up with another square state? Am I like mentally mixing it up with like Wyoming or something? Is that mountainous? I don't know. Hold on. Other Dakota, is South Dakota somewhat mountainous? If that's the case, me mixing it up would make sense, I guess. Yeah, there's North Dakota. The Devil's Lake, Jamestown, Valley City, da-da-da. This is like an old-timey map. Look at that. That's crazy. Remember when, remember when in order to drive anywhere, you had to pull out like a gigantic regional map and like find the grid area that you were in and work from that? Okay, not exactly using the same key here, but just judging from this extremely colorful map, I'm going to guess that, yeah, South Dakota probably is quite a bit hillier. God damn. This looks like, does this not look a little bit like the Elden Ring map? Like, especially this like bit right here. I don't know, not literally the Elden Ring map, but it's the way it's all like spindly and hyper detailed. I don't know. Limgrave. I was thinking more like Lindell right here, right? With the city and whatever. Soy! He likes Game of the Year 2023. Soy! Wait, 2023, 2022. Sorry. Lamau literally playing it right now. Conyer is playing Dark Souls 3 for the first time ever right now. You hate to see it, you know? Conyer tried playing Dark Souls 1, and they went, yeah! I can't roll as fast. Attacks are slow. Just like that in that voice. That's what they said. That's what they said. That's what they said.